If you don't believe me, watch this. Ice Cube made the claim that the same people that own the prisons own the record labels, and they use gangster rap to funnel black men into the industrial prison complex. I've already put out videos showing why it's not beneficial to corporations to do this. But even if you want to believe it, even if you want to say that, hey, look, they own the prisons, they own the records, they're going to make a buck just because they can. If you want to believe that narrative, I want you to understand this. Gangster rap is over 30 years old. Most of the companies that own the wealth these days are relatively young. BlackRock itself was founded in 1988. That was after Ice Cube put out his first album. Vanguard was established in 1975. Those two companies specifically didn't really amass most of their wealth until after the housing crash in 2008. So even though they own some of the record industry and a significant chunk of the industrial prison complex, there's no way for them to have established the framework to have created rap to fuel and funnel into a prison system because they didn't have control of that stuff yet. They don't even really have control of them now. And then the big media buyout really didn't start happening until the 90s and the early 2000s. That's when all the significant mergers in the media industry went on. And those guys didn't own the prisons back then, and the prison industrial complex wasn't even as intricate back then. It was just starting to really privatize in the 80s. So he's basically drawing lines based off of who owns it today to make claims based on the past. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. They would need a time machine. This conspiracy is only possible in the multiverse. And gangster rap could not have been the cause of this because it was a problem before rap was even invented. Black people were jailed at a disproportionately high rate. And the things that the rap songs sing about, all of that was already going on. The music may have highlighted it. It may have glorified it for sure, but it didn't create it. It was already there. So they didn't even need to create gangster rap in the first place because black men were already being incarcerated at an extremely high rate. If their goal was to put black men in prison to make money, they were doing it without any effort at all. Thinking that rap music created the problem that the artist had to live through in order to create rap music is a straight up paradox. This is revisionist history at its finest. Like, this is just a wild take that has no basis on reality. And then the final, really procedural, this is impossible conspiracy nail in the coffin is the fact that based on the evidence, the exact opposite has happened since gangster rap came out. Black men are now actually incarcerated less than they were before the advent of gangster rap. And the percentage of black people that are incarcerated has really dropped drastically over the last 10 years, which is a good sign for the community in general. So if gangster rap was established to destroy the black community, it's not doing a very good job of it. Seriously, this is the most conditionally dependent conspiracy I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard some crazy ones.